$150,000 increase in passive income by making this one simple change. So this client had a passive income goal of $250,000 of passive income, inflation adjusted out to when he turned 65, which ends up being $340,000. Now, as most investors do, they think that buying residential assets over a long period of time and paying them down to zero is the best way to generate cash flow. But I know that to be factually not true. So I'm going to run you through how one simple change to the portfolio increased the passive income by $150,000 net. So here we are in 2024, we get to a $5 million asset base and we do not buy any more properties. From 2024 to 2033, our asset value goes from being just over $5 million to being worth just under $9 million. And our equity position goes to $7.16 million. We're sitting on about $1 million worth of debt. And with a portfolio of worth almost $9 million and only $1.1 million worth of debt, you'd be thinking this portfolio is spitting off hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of income. Well, that is where you'd be wrong. You can see from 2024, we're sitting on $26,000 of passive income. And by 2033, when we've got $7 million of net equity, we're only getting $120,000 of net income. And that is because residential assets are not good at producing cash flow. The yields are too low and there are way too many expenses that the landlord has to pay for. So what we do is we sell down the property that we bought in 2024 and we bank $2.2 million from that sale. The original purchase price was $1.5 million in 2024. We spend $250 on a reno, so we're in for $175. During that time, we've paid down debt and we end up netting $2.2 million. Now we sell down the property and we actually lose some income, obviously, because we no longer have that asset. So our net income then goes down to $97,000. But we're sitting on $2.2 million worth of cash from the sale. So instead of just sitting on that cash, we reinvest it into a commercial asset. We call those assets evolution assets. And with the $2.2 million worth of cash, we put that into a $4.5 million commercial asset, using almost $1.5 million for the deposit plus some costs on top. And we still have some cash sitting in the offset account. Our market value then goes to $10 million. We're now carrying $3.5 million worth of debt. So more debt than we were before selling the property down. But our cash flow goes from being $120,000 a year to almost $280,000 a year, which is more than double what it was before we sold down the asset and reinvested the capital. We still have a few years until we want to retire. So all the free cash flow from when we buy the asset to when we actually retire just gets put in the offset account. And you can see by 2037, when we retire, we're sitting on $342,000 of net income. And in 2039, when we're debt free, we're then producing $506,000 of net income. That is the power of repurposing your capital into income producing assets like commercial property.